Russia is not defined by its cities. It is defined by the villages that survived where most humans never could. Across frozen Arctic coastlines, buried taiga forests, ancient steppe, and isolated mountain valleys, entire worlds continue existing beyond the reach of modern time. Wooden churches rise through northern fog, while nomadic riders cross snowbound grasslands shaped by migration, ritual, and endurance. In places where winter can freeze breath in seconds, people still preserve languages, folk songs, spiritual traditions, and ways of survival carried through centuries of isolation. From the sacred domes of Kizhi to the brutal silence of Oymyakon, every settlement reveals another face of Russia untouched by softness. This is not the Russia of empires or skylines. It is the Russia of memory, wilderness, survival, and lives shaped entirely by cold, distance, and time. Oymyakon exists beneath a sky so hostile that breath crystallizes before touching the ground. Buried deep within the Sakha Republic, this isolated settlement survives through endless darkness, permafrost, and temperatures capable of freezing exposed skin within minutes. Ancient valleys trap dense Arctic air between surrounding mountains, creating one of the coldest permanently inhabited places on Earth. Wooden houses stand above frozen soil on elevated stilts, while thick smoke drifts endlessly from coal furnaces burning through the polar night. Water pipes cannot function beneath the permafrost, forcing residents to haul blocks of ice and melt them beside iron stoves each morning. Local hunters travel across snowbound forests, searching for elk, sable, and Arctic fox beneath pale blue twilight. Yakut elders still preserve oral traditions describing spirits hidden within rivers, storms, and sacred mountains surrounding the village. Legend says the land punishes arrogance, rewarding only patience, silence, and endurance. Children walk through blizzards wrapped in layers of fur, while eyelashes freeze into delicate white crystals beside reddened faces. The cold shapes every movement here with absolute precision and caution. Beyond the settlement, the wild horses of Yakutia roam across frozen plains buried beneath enormous fields of snow. Short, muscular, and covered in dense winter coats, these ancient horses survive temperatures far below -50 degrees Celsius. They scrape through thick ice, using their hooves to reach buried grass hidden beneath the snowpack. Herders guide them across the tundra beside reindeer caravans, moving slowly through violent Siberian winds. Golden sunlight briefly floods the white landscape before disappearing once again into endless Arctic dusk. Oymyakon feels ancient and monolithic, preserving human survival at the absolute edge of endurance, isolation, memory, and cold. Suzdal rises from the Russian countryside like a preserved fragment of medieval memory untouched by industrial time. Ancient monasteries and white stone cathedrals emerge above frozen meadows beside the slow currents of the Kamenka River. Church bells echo endlessly across empty fields and drifting snow. Far from the colossal rhythm of Moscow, Suzdal preserves the silence and spiritual gravity of old rural Russia. Wooden cottages lean beside narrow roads lined with birch trees, smoke, and weathered fences buried beneath winter frost. Horse-drawn sleighs still move quietly through the village during heavy snowfall, their runners scraping softly against packed ice. Inside small kitchens warmed by iron stoves, local families preserve recipes carried through generations of harsh winters and failed harvests. Black bread, fermented vegetables, smoked fish, and steaming soups continue shaping daily life across the frozen countryside. Beyond the village center, ancient Orthodox monasteries stand behind thick walls darkened by centuries of war, fire, and devotion. Candlelight flickers across sacred icons, while monks continue rituals preserved through invasion, famine, and imperial collapse. Legend says hidden underground passages once connected several monasteries during Mongol raids and periods of political unrest. During spring, flooded grasslands surrounding Suzdal reflect cathedral towers like mirrors stretching beneath enormous northern skies. Farmers gather hay across open fields, while cranes migrate above forests of birch and pine. Elderly artisans continue painting wooden crafts and embroidery, inspired by old Slavic folklore and religious symbolism. As winter festivals arrive, torchlight illuminates snow-covered streets filled with folk songs, fur-lined coats, and drifting wood smoke. Suzdal feels timeless and deeply sacred, preserving the endurance of old Russia through ritual, silence, craftsmanship, and memory. The TELENGITS wander across the Altai Mountains like guardians, preserving one of Siberia's oldest nomadic cultures. Jagged peaks rise above immense valleys, where glaciers, rivers, and violent winds continue shaping the landscape. Remote grasslands stretch beneath enormous skies, while horses move slowly through morning fog and frozen rain. Far from industrial Russia, Telengit families still follow seasonal migrations shaped by weather, livestock, and mountain survival. Circular yurts stand beside alpine rivers filled with snowmelt descending from the high Altai ridges each spring. Inside the camps, elders preserve throat singing, wood carving, and oral legends carried through countless generations. Local hunters once believed sacred spirits protected certain valleys hidden beyond forests of cedar and Siberian pine. Ancient petroglyphs remain scattered across exposed cliffs, blackened by centuries of storms, smoke, and winter erosion. Beyond the grazing routes, Altai mountain sheep climb dangerous cliffs, suspended above ravines and fractured stone plateaus. Massive curled horns crown the males, while thick coats protect them from brutal Siberian temperature shifts year-round. Golden eagles circle overhead, searching for vulnerable lambs separated from the herd during violent mountain snowstorms. Telengit herders carefully observe these animals because their movements often reveal approaching weather changes across the mountains. During winter migrations, wolves move silently beside isolated camps, illuminated by firelight and drifting Arctic snow. The Altai feels ancient and untamed, preserving nomadic endurance through migration, ritual, memory, and unforgiving wilderness. Every frozen trail carries echoes of survival, isolation, and resilience. Tatar villages emerge across the grasslands of Tatarstan, like living remnants of ancient Turkic civilization, preserved beside rivers, forests, and endless steppe. Wooden homes painted in turquoise, emerald, and white stand beneath crescent moons and weathered mosque minarets. Morning fog drifts above the Volga basin while distant prayers echo softly through narrow streets lined with birch and pine. Unlike northern Russian settlements, Tatar communities preserve a rhythm shaped by Islamic traditions, horse culture, craftsmanship, and agricultural survival. Women prepare fragrant meat pastries, honey desserts, and steaming soups beside iron stoves burning through severe winters. Inside village mosques, carved wooden interiors and handwritten Qurans preserve centuries of spiritual devotion and cultural endurance. Some families still speak the Tatar language at home, despite generations of forced assimilation and political pressure. During Sabantui festival, villages erupt with music, wrestling matches, horse races, and traditional dances beneath colorful banners and enormous summer skies. Children race across open fields, while musicians perform ancient melodies using the kure flute and string instruments beside crowded food stalls. The celebration originally marked the end of spring planting, preserving agricultural traditions rooted deeply within Tatar identity and communal life. Beyond the villages, golden wheat fields bend beneath violent winds, sweeping endlessly across the Eurasian plains. Tatar villages feel resilient and deeply rooted, preserving faith, language, celebration, and memory across centuries of survival and cultural transformation. Taiga villages remain buried deep within Siberian forests, where endless conifers swallow roads, rivers, and human sound. Dense pine, cedar, and larch trees stretch across frozen valleys shaped by permafrost, storms, and ancient glacial movement. During winter, darkness lingers for nearly entire days, while Arctic winds sweep through collapsing wooden fences and snowbound rooftops. Far beyond the roads, isolated families survive through self-sufficient living, raising reindeer, fishing frozen rivers, and gathering firewood deep within the Siberian taiga. Reindeer are raised for transportation, meat, fur, clothing, and survival throughout the long and brutal winter season. Daily life revolves around wooden homes, constant firewood gathering, preserving food for winter, repairing tools, and enduring months of darkness and extreme cold beside the silent forest. Many villagers preserve traditions connected to animism and old Siberian folklore carried through generations of isolation and survival. Beyond the permanent villages, nomadic reindeer herders continue moving across the northern forests and tundra, following ancient migration routes. Groups such as the Nenets and Evenki travel through brutal conditions using sleds, portable camps, and deep knowledge of seasonal weather patterns. Their lives remain connected to reindeer, frozen rivers, and survival within landscapes where temperatures can fall below -40 degrees. Children learn early how to recognize wolf tracks, shifting ice, and dangerous weather patterns moving across the forest. The taiga feels raw and monolithic, preserving human endurance through silence, cold, memory, and profound geographical isolation forever. Far above the canopy, migrating cranes cross crimson sunsets before disappearing again into enormous northern silence completely. Teriberka stands at the edge of the Barents Sea like a forgotten Arctic outpost, consumed by wind, salt, and isolation. Jagged cliffs descend into freezing water, where violent northern storms crash endlessly against black coastal rocks. Far above the shoreline, pale winter sunlight barely reaches the frozen tundra stretching across the Kola Peninsula. For generations, Pomor fishermen survived here through cod fishing, whale hunting, and dangerous voyages across unforgiving Arctic waters. Local families still preserve stories about sailors disappearing into blizzards beyond the enormous gray horizon during brutal winter storms. During polar nights, darkness consumes the settlement for weeks, while green auroras move silently across the northern sky. Small wooden homes glow dimly beneath snowdrifts as freezing winds sweep through empty roads and frozen harbors. Beyond the village, Arctic foxes roam across rocky hills and coastal tundra, buried beneath layers of snow and sea ice. Their thick white fur protects them from brutal temperatures, while sharp instincts guide them through the hostile northern wilderness. The foxes scavenge along frozen shorelines, searching for fish remains, seabirds, and scraps abandoned by storms or predators. Teriberka feels raw and monolithic, preserving human endurance beside one of Earth's coldest and most unforgiving coastlines. Each winter, drifting snow erases pathways completely, leaving only lighthouse beams, distant waves, and the relentless silence of the Arctic through endless darkness. The Scythians once ruled the Eurasian steppe like nomadic empires, carried endlessly across grass, snow, and fire. Immense plains stretched from the Black Sea to southern Siberia, where mounted clans migrated beneath violent storms and enormous skies. These ancient horse warriors survived through mobility, hunting, archery, and deep knowledge of the unforgiving steppe environment. Greek historians describe the Scythians as fearless riders capable of disappearing into the grasslands with astonishing speed and precision. Their culture revolved around horses, which shaped warfare, spiritual rituals, trade routes, and daily survival across the open wilderness. Burial mounds, known as kurgans, still rise from the steppe, preserving frozen bodies, gold ornaments, weapons, and sacrificed horses beneath layers of earth. Archaeologists discovered tattooed Scythian remains buried within Siberian permafrost beside carved jewelry inspired by wolves, deer, and eagles. Shamans once performed rituals beside massive fires, while tribal leaders gathered inside felt tents during seasonal migrations across the plains. Some legends describe Scythian women fighting beside men in battle, inspiring later stories surrounding the Amazons of ancient mythology. During brutal winters, entire clans crossed frozen grasslands beside wagons, livestock, and mounted warriors wrapped in animal fur. Although the Scythians disappeared centuries ago, traces of their world still remain scattered across the Eurasian wilderness through ruins, legends, burial grounds, and ancient steppe memory. Kizhi village rises from the mist of Lake Onega like a preserved fragment of medieval Russia, suspended between water, timber, and silence. At its center stands the legendary Kizhi Pogost, recognized by UNESCO as one of the world's greatest wooden architectural complexes. The Church of the Transfiguration towers above the shoreline with 22 layered onion domes, constructed entirely from carved timber. Remarkably, the cathedral was built almost entirely without metal nails, using traditional Russian woodworking techniques preserved through generations. Massive pine logs interlock with extraordinary precision, allowing the structure to survive brutal winters, storms, and centuries of isolation. Legend says the master builder completed the church using only one axe before throwing the tool into the lake forever. Villagers continue preserving Karelian traditions through wood carving, embroidery, folk music, and ancient agricultural customs rooted deeply within the north. Deep in the frozen forests of Russia, where winter rules for most of the year, lives one of the taiga's most mysterious predators, the wolverine. Known as the beast of the taiga, this powerful creature survives in some of the harshest landscapes on Earth. Small compared to bears or wolves, yet fearless beyond its size. The wolverine can travel across endless snowfields, climb icy cliffs, and defend its territory with astonishing aggression. For centuries, hunters and indigenous communities of Siberia have respected the animal as a symbol of endurance and wild northern spirit. Hidden from human eyes, it moves silently through the forests of the Russian north, a ghost of the wilderness. In Russia's vast taiga, where nature still feels untouched and ancient, the wolverine remains a reminder that true wilderness still exists. Russia's villages do not simply preserve history. They preserve ways of surviving that much of the modern world has already forgotten. Across Arctic coastlines, frozen forests, ancient islands, and endless steppe, generations endured through cold, isolation, migration, craftsmanship, and faith carried quietly across centuries. Some communities learned to live beside permafrost and polar darkness. Others preserved sacred songs, wooden cathedrals, nomadic trails, and traditions rooted deeply within the land itself. These places feel distant from modern time, yet profoundly connected to something older and more permanent than civilization alone. In Russia's remote villages, survival became culture, and isolation became identity. Even now, the silence of these landscapes still carries echoes of memory, endurance, and human resilience against unimaginable wilderness. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this journey touched you.